meet up with Joe today. We're gonna do some iPhone filmmaking, should be fun. But also, he went and picked up the FX6 for me this morning from Robert's Camera. Shout out to them. They loaned me camera gear, and it's amazing because then I can say whatever I want. I don't have to work directly with these big companies, so hopefully that's valuable for you guys. I'm excited to try the FX6 for the very first time because I'm kind of in the market for a production camera. So we'll see if the FX6 might fit that bill, and it'll be fun. So I'm filming everything today for BTS on my FX30 here, so all the Sony stuff will match up, and it should be a fun day in the life with the FX6 and Uncle Joe. Man, has anybody else had to deal with their lenses fogging over in this insane humidity in the US right now? I had to let the lenses acclimate in the car on my way here so we can actually use them for this shoot. What's up, Rhonda? Nice to see you.
I didn't know if you'd make it up this Johnson of a hill. Welcome to Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana University Hoosiers.
Joe showed me our Airbnb, which doubles as one of our shoot locations for this project, and now it's time to open up the FX6 kit.
Have you ever played with it?
No, I've never touched one of these.
Our boy Austin hooked us up.
Thanks, Austin. Love you.
Tell me everything you know about this, because I've never seen an FX6.
Yeah. First of all, it's more plasticky than I thought it was.
Yeah, it sound. Oh, ASMR touch, right?
FX3 A7S3 sensor,
Yeah.
from what I understand, but it has electronic variable ND, and apparently it's amazing. I haven't owned a true cinema camera since my Blackmagic Ursa G2, and I'm just so stoked to try it out.
All right, let's get this old girl rigged out for today's shoot, which will require a bit of strange rigging, seeing that we're shooting Cinecam and iPhone at the same time.
I want to see this sensor, baby.
Oh, sweet Deborah.
Today, I'm rocking the Sigma 24-70 2.8 version 1, the FX6 top handle, the small rig Tribex tripod, gold mount batteries, the tiny FX6 screen, and a single V90 SD card. I honestly love that this camera is compatible with cheap media. I got the camera relatively counterbalanced, and now I have to quickly familiarize myself with these menus.
Gonna fire this thing up for the first time.
On switch, where would you be? Right here? Nice.
Ayo, oh yeah.
I wouldn't normally pick up a camera for the very first time on a shoot day, LOL, but since we're primarily going for iPhone footage on this project and the FX6 is a second option, I felt okay just learning on the fly.
Welcome to the FX6 cinema lineup, test number 1.
What?
Whip pan, crash out, crash in, shake.
But I will say, these menus are much different than the FX3 and 30. But after getting my settings dialed in, I didn't really have to use the menus much since it has all the controls I need right on the side of the camera. It's really making me miss this body style. It's so convenient for operating.
We're setting up a little bit. We're gonna put the iPhone next to the FX6. Both lenses.
Yep.
Side by side.
It would be nice if the FX6 had open gate so we could shoot horizontal and finish vertical,
Let's see how this is gonna work.
but we can still work around that.
We got our funky little phone mount set up. Now it's time to head out to location 1, the beach.
Ponchers?
Ponchos.
I'm gonna spend some time in these menus on this drive. It should be good on battery life because we're just driving like 45 minutes to film for probably 15 to 30 minutes. These gold mounts should last us all night for sure.
That's disgusting.
It's hot and 95 in here. What do you expect?
On this drive, I realized 4 things. 1, the camera doesn't have IBIS, which is very normal for cinema camera bodies like this. The extra bulk of this camera should help steady the shots out. 2, the internal NDs are straight up a blessing from Christ our Lord. Gosh, dude, I've been craving internal NDs so bad, and these ones are rad. 3, the little FX6 screen isn't too shabby. I was expecting it to look pretty crappy. Obviously it's small, but the quality's pretty good. And 4, the autofocus on this camera is unreal. It was focusing on Joe's eye behind his sunglasses in this profile shot.
In this port right here.
Yes.
Insane.
I do some more tests with it later, but it just feels super sticky and accurate.
My ND is absolutely maxed out, and I'm also at f4.5. Hey, I wasn't told this is the kind of job I was hired for.
I noticed that the FX6's hot shoe looks like it can work with the microphones. I'm gonna try to put my FX30 microphone on there.
Check, check, check. Hopefully you can hear me all right, but the beach, apparently the beach is like somewhere over there. Kind of crazy.
Apparently there was some wild flooding recently, so we'll have to work around that since we won't actually get sand in our footage because the beach is covered.
All right, we gotta be even Stevens here.
That's cool.
We got Joe's 15 Pro saddled in, and it was time to gallop into the world of social cinema. Joe got his intro ironed out. Now it was time to lock in.
The possibilities of these ponchos are endless. 3, 2, 1, action. I use it for changing at the beach.
Is it just me, or does the dynamic range of this camera look really freaking good? I don't know, maybe it's just the poncho on this handsome lad, but this footage is looking creamy.
2 scenes down with a lot more to go.
Yeah?
But morale's high.
Location 2 is a marina that we definitely paid for a permit to use. But for real, since we're going full monkey mode, I mean gorilla style, I'm ditching the sticks to see how good I can get the shots to look, even though they're handheld.
The world's smallest fork?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Nice.
So I got a few test shots to warm up, then we headed out to the docks.
Okay, I'm rolling on both.
I'm recording here, scene 3, take 1.
We did quite a few handheld takes with some movement.
I use it so I don't get sunburned on the boat. I use it so I don't get sunburned on the boat. It's the perfect boat companion.
Then we tried some standstill handheld shots for safety.
I use it for boating during the summer.
Once we wrapped our scene, I got some random B-roll shots, and dude, the autofocus on this thing is so wild. Like, I can film these birds honking off with 0 issues. I don't know, it's just awesome. But it was time to hop into Rhonda the Ridgeline and head back to our Airbnb for more shooting.
What'd I do to be a Ridgeline owner?
Excuse me, and now this is what production looks like.
It's funny because I was actually more focused on getting the proper framing on the iPhone more than the FX6 for this shoot. But now that I'm looking back at the Sony footage, I'm pretty dang stoked on how it all looks.
The possibilities of these ponchos are endless. Let me show you. Eric.
But the main challenge was getting some crouch down handheld shots
Ow. Sorry.
and not making them look like a teenager on Adderall and caffeine.
I toss it on when I want to win backyard games.
It's just hard to balance the framing of the FX6 and the phone because they're such different shots and we don't have access to open gate, but it's working.
I toss it on when I'm grilling.
I can see the spatula.
Oh, really? I toss it on when I'm grilling.
Quite overexposed right now. I want to see if I can recover this later.
Yeah.
It's one of those cameras where everything's just set up to shoot. You don't have to add a bunch of stuff onto it.
I toss it on for my favorite show. I toss it on for my daily porch swing. I toss it on after a sweaty workout.
Dude, yes, yes.
We're calling it for today. That's a wrap, folks. Shout out Zach Mayfield on the FX6. Now we're gonna enjoy some dinner. Do you look at the lens? Or you look at your...
I look at the lens.
Yeah.
So if you look at the screen,
You look like a
little
dingo.
cross-eyed.
Yeah, crossings.
All right, so we found some wildly delicious Mexican food. And the plan afterwards is to test some walkabout low-light footage on this beast.
Dude, why are you running away from my fart?
I don't know, because it smells.
Dude, it's my fart.
It still smells. It's trapped in your boots.
Get off my chest. Dude, you look like a real filmmaker.
As you can imagine, the FX6 handled the run and gun low-light scenes very well. And it's kind of funny that I had to use NDs at night to balance the exposure, but hey, I'm just glad it's a simple and built-in option.
We are exploring downtown Bloomington, Indiana. Gonna find some cool low-light scene setups and just get some like static shots, some handheld stuff. Just test out how it feels in low light, but I already love how it feels with just this little handle. This little rig is
cool.
awesome. This screen is better than I was expecting.
Really?
Yeah. It's tiny, but it's actually pretty good.
You will see noise at 12,800. It's not crystal clear, but it's a perfectly acceptable image, especially after you slap a grade on. Unless you grade like Captain America Civil War with barely any contrast, lol. But don't be scared to lean into those dark areas of the image, and she'll clean up really nice in post. And the extra weight and cinema body style of this camera really does make the handheld footage look so much better than a mirrorless camera. Dude, I've just missed this look. And the fact that this sensor reads out so fast helps to not make the viewer seasick from handheld shots.
Every rose has its thorn.
Now, will I actually snag an FX6 of my own to use for production work going forward? It does seem like a very serious contender for me personally, but I still want to test a range of options from other brands as well to see what suits my style best. I really did love this camera though, and it made shooting super fast due to having every core feature I need right in the camera. The sensor produces gorgeous high dynamic range images, although I do wish I could get DCI 4K all the way up to 120 frames per second. I love the 2 base ISO options for run and gun shooting. The built-in NDs are by far my favorite feature, and there's no way I'm compromising on that with my next production camera. Now, part of me kind of wishes it had IBIS, but I get that this style of camera and people who use it don't really want the sensor floating around, but a boy can dream. Maybe I should try a Burano, who knows? Also, I wish there were audio input options without the top handle, which is a very common complaint with the FX6, so I could strip it down even more and make it compact with a monitor like a Ninja 5 or something, so that is a bit of a bummer for me. I also kinda hated the menus coming from Blackmagic cinema cameras and mirrorless cameras from various brands, but I'm sure it's just an adjustment period before getting used to them. And the buttons all over the body mean I don't really need to spend much time in the menus anyway, so that's perfectly fine, I guess. I do wonder though if a Mark II is in the works, since this camera has already been out for quite a few years. So join me in this journey of testing production cameras to see where we land and let me know what I should try next. Make sure to text me when you get home so I know you're safe, and watch out for deer. Feel free to support on Patreon, YouTube memberships, or Discord memberships. Follow me on Instagram for short and dumb stuff like this. And remember that you guys are loved so much more than you might even know. And I'm praying that God would bless you and your families. All right, we'll see you in the next video. Bye.
This looks like the Steve Brule opening.
Have you guys ever heard of the Tribex tripod?